FAA's major announcement on SpaceX and Blue Origin anomalies. Hey, I'm Lucas. Welcome to the SpaceX community. Let's get started. In what has become one of the most talked about incidents in recent spaceflight history, SpaceX's Starship Flight 7 concluded with an unexpected and dramatic turn. On January 16, 2025, Starship 33, or Ship 33, experienced a catastrophic failure high in the sky, leading to an outpouring of debris over the Turks and Caicos Islands. This event not only stirred the local community, but also prompted an immediate and comprehensive response from the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, culminating in a detailed investigation aimed at understanding and rectifying the mishap. The launch day started with high hopes as SpaceX initiated the 7th test flight of its Starship and Super Heavy booster from Boca Chica, Texas. The mission's objectives were ambitious, including further testing of the rocket's capabilities for potential Mars missions. However, just over 8 minutes into the flight, disaster struck. The Starship upper stage, which had successfully separated from the Super Heavy booster, suddenly lost telemetry. SpaceX's real-time data revealed that a fire had ignited in the aft section of the Starship, leading to what the space industry delicately terms as a rapid unscheduled disassembly, or in layman's terms, an explosion. This event was not confined to the skies above the Atlantic Ocean. As Starship disintegrated, its remnants, including distinctive hexagonal heat shield tiles, plummeted towards the Earth. Contrary to SpaceX's initial assurances that all debris would land within predefined safety zones, pieces of the spacecraft made an unscheduled descent onto the Turks and Caicos Islands, a British overseas territory known for its serene beaches rather than space debris. The Federal Aviation Administration, responsible for ensuring the safety of commercial space launches, quickly stepped in. On January 17th, a day after the incident, the FAA released a statement confirming that it would mandate a thorough mishap investigation led by SpaceX. This investigation was crucial not just for understanding the cause of the failure, but also for assessing the implications for public safety and property. The FAA's statement highlighted that while there were no reports of public injuries, there were indeed confirmations of property damage in Turks and Caicos. Social media and local reports began surfacing with images of scattered debris, a stark reminder of the incident's reach. The debris, identifiable by its unique design, was not just a curiosity, but a potential hazard, prompting warnings from local authorities not to touch or handle the pieces, but to report them to officials. In the immediate aftermath, the National Security Secretariat of the Turks and Caicos Islands issued a statement acknowledging the minimal damage to property, but emphasizing the need for caution. Governor Dailini Daniel Selvaratnam, expressing shared concern over the incident, confirmed that both the FAA and the UK Space Agency were involved in a collaborative effort to manage any risks associated with the debris fallout. The FAA's activation of a debris response area was a critical measure taken during the event. This area, designated to manage the fallout from space vehicle anomalies, allowed the FAA to control air traffic, ensuring that no aircraft inadvertently flew into the debris path. Several flights were affected, with aviation tracking services noting that over 24 aircraft had to alter their routes, either holding patterns, returning to their departure points, or diverting to other airports. This response underscored the seriousness with which the FAA approached the situation, prioritizing public safety, both on land and in the air. SpaceX, on the other hand, faced the challenge of reconciling its pre-launch safety assurances with the reality of debris landing outside intended zones. The company's post-flight statement insisted that Starship adhered to its designated corridor, designed to safeguard against such incidents. However, the physical evidence on the ground in Turks and Caicos told a different story. The investigation into Starship Flight 7 anomaly has been a multifaceted endeavor. SpaceX, under FAA oversight, began an in-depth analysis of the data collected during the flight. This included video from onboard cameras, telemetry data, and the physical examination of recovered debris. The primary focus was on the fire in the aft section, which led to the vehicle's breakup, examining everything from engine performance to structural integrity under flight conditions. The investigation has not only been about pinpointing the mechanical or systemic failure, but also about enhancing future safety protocols. SpaceX committed to implementing corrective actions based on their findings to prevent such occurrences in future test flights. This includes potential redesigns of critical components, enhanced fire suppression systems, and more robust telemetry to better anticipate and react to anomalies during flight. I'd like to quickly remind you to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We're on a mission to reach 65,000 subscribers by next week. Join us on this journey, and let's see if we can make it happen together. Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket achieved a significant milestone with its first launch on January 16th from Cape Canaveral, Florida. But the mission was not without its challenges. The inaugural flight, named NG-1, managed to place the second stage into orbit. Yet the first stage failed to land on the company's ship, Jacqueline, in the Atlantic Ocean. The mission's payload was the Blue Ring Pathfinder, designed to test technologies for Blue Origin's future Blue Ring orbital transfer vehicle. The tests on the Pathfinder, which involved communications, power, and other systems, were deemed successful by the company. Blue Origin reported that all mission objectives for the Blue Ring Pathfinder were met during its 6-hour operation in orbit, with the upper stage achieving an apogee of 19,300 kilometers and a perigee of 2,400 kilometers at a 30-degree inclination. However, the first stage's landing attempt was unsuccessful. The last telemetry data from the booster, shown during the live webcast, indicated it was at an altitude of 25,672 meters, moving at 6,896 kilometers per hour when the feed cut off, suggesting a failure in the re-entry and landing process. This incident has prompted the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, to mandate a mishap investigation, which Blue Origin will lead with FAA oversight. The investigation's findings and corrective measures must be approved by the FAA before Blue Origin can proceed with further launches. Despite the landing mishap, the overall launch was seen as a success for reaching orbit on the first attempt, which is a commendable achievement in the aerospace industry. Industry figures have lauded the launch for bringing new competition to the heavy-lift launch sector, potentially reducing costs and increasing access to space. The choice of orbit for the upper stage has drawn some criticism due to concerns over space debris. The orbit selected does not follow standard debris mitigation practices, potentially risking the creation of debris that could impact more populated orbital regions. Blue Origin has been tight-lipped about specifics post-launch, with no further details released beyond initial statements. The company had planned for a next launch in spring, but the impact of the mishap investigation on this timeline remains to be seen. The exact payload for the next mission hasn't been disclosed either. This launch not only marks progress for Blue Origin, but also sets the stage for future developments in the competitive landscape of space travel and exploration. Thanks for watching today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for another great video tomorrow.